Hi future officers, a warm welcome to all of you in the today's session on EduTap and a very good morning to all of you. So guys, as I promised you that we will be starting our brightest day with the most important current affairs from the exam point of view, and that's why I'm back with another important and interesting CT360 series session in which we cover the most important GNDSA current affairs from the exam point of view. And let me tell you that in these sessions we cover so many different newspapers which includes the PIB, which is a very important source, and apart from that, we are having The Hindu, Live Mint, Economic Times, and some other important newspapers. If I'm audible and visible to you guys, then please give me a thumbs up in the comment section so that we can start with this particular session. Let me tell you that in this session, we will be covering the most important current affairs from 4th to 6th of January 2025. Okay? So all the aspirants who are preparing for RBI, NABARD, SEBI, guys, the current affairs is really very important, and this session is going to be very helpful for all of you. And if you are preparing for any other important government exam, so again, wherever the current affairs are important and they are being asked, then this session is really going to be play a very important role in your current affairs preparation. So I hope that I am audible and visible to all of you. Right, so everything is fine and clear. So let's start with the today's session, guys. So before moving ahead, here is the list of topics that we are going to cover in the today's session, which includes Faral Sakhi initiative, India's first organic fisheries cluster, Namo Bharat corridor, Aero India, Grameen Bharat Mahotsav, some MOUs between DPIIT to boosting startup ecosystem in our country, then paracetamol, World Braille Day, and Rajgopal Chidambaram ji. So these are the different topics that we will be covering in the today's session. So very good morning to you, Guru Raj, Avijit, and all the people who are basically who have joined us live in the today's session. So definitely, Avijit, we will be planning that as well. For now, let's just focus on the today's session, right? So let's start the very first topic, that is the Faral Sakhi initiative. So from where exactly this particular term has come out, that is a Faral Sakhi. You can see on my left here that Faral is basically a traditional festive snack which is being produced in the Indian state of Maharashtra, right? So Faral Sakhi, who is this Sakhi? The woman entrepreneur who is involved in the production of this festive snack. So उनके ऊपर बनाया है नाम Faral Sakhi initiative. Let me tell you guys, recently one of the municipal corporation, that is Meera Bhayandar Municipal Corporation in Maharashtra, it has collaborated with the women entrepreneurship platform of Niti Aayog. We all know about this platform. Let me tell you that it is a platform which basically assists and helps the women entrepreneurs. So it was set up by Niti Aayog in 2018, right? So this women entrepreneurship platform of Niti Aayog has collaborated with MBMC, and they have formally launched Faral Sakhi initiative. As a part of this initiative, they will basically be helping the women who are involved in the production and the sale of the festive snack, that is Faral. तो जो फेस्टिव स्नैक है फरल, इसकी प्रोडक्शन और सेल में इनकी मदद की जाएगी, ठीक है. सो दिस विल बी क्रिएटिंग परमानेंट एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज अमंग द वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हु आर इन्वॉल्वड इन द प्रोडक्शन एंड सेल ऑफ ट्रेडिशनल फेस्टिव स्नैक्स, and they will be providing comprehensive training and support. See guys, whenever you are involved in any kind of business, what exactly you need, right? So we need some comprehensive training in that particular area, we need some support, we need market linkages, so everything will be provided under this particular initiative. Apart from that, they will be provided the tools, skills, and opportunities which are needed for entrepreneurship. So this is all about the Faral Sakhi initiative. So यहाँ पर we have to remember the name of the municipal corporation, that is Meera Bhayandar Municipal Corporation, and the Women Entrepreneurship Platform of Niti Aayog. I hope this point is clear, guys. Now when we talk about the Women Entrepreneurship Platform, so it was, as I told you, incubated by Niti Aayog in 2018, and later on in 2022, it was transitioned into a public-private partnership mode. It basically empowers women entrepreneurs by overcoming information asymmetry. See guys, whenever we are setting up our own ventures, we require some support across the different pillars, which basically includes market linkages, access to the funds, access to the finances, then training and scaling. So across all these pillars, women entrepreneurship platform provides the support to these women entrepreneurs, which includes access to finance, market linkages, training and skilling, mentoring and networking, compliance and legal assistance, and business development services. So across all these parts, it is being done. Now, when we talk about this collaboration between this MBMC and the Women Entrepreneurship Platform, so this has been done under the award to reward program of the Women Entrepreneurship Platform. Now, what exactly it is? As a part of this program, all the stakeholders, they meet together basically to fulfill the specific needs of those women entrepreneurs, and they also felicitate the successes of these women who are really scaling up their ventures. So this is all basically about the Women Entrepreneurship Platform, which has collaborated with the MBMC and launched the Faral Sakhi initiative. Faral kya hai? It is a festive snack of Maharashtra, right? I hope if you are in the Maharashtra, you must have had this particular snack. Now guys, let's move on to the next news article. So next news article is about India's first organic fisheries cluster. Guys, if I talk about the fisheries and aquaculture, so it basically plays a very important role in the Indian economy, and across India around 3 crore farmers are involved in this particular activity. And let me tell you that to give all of them a boost, recently a first step has been taken by the government of India, as India's first organic fisheries cluster has been launched. And where it has been launched? It has been launched in the Soring district of Sikkim. तो याद रखिए यहाँ पर डिस्ट्रिक्ट का नाम सोरिंग डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ सिक्किम में यहाँ इंडिया का पहला ऑर्गेनिक फिशरीज क्लस्टर को सेटअप किया गया है. दिस विल बी बूस्टिंग द फार्मर इनकम्स एंड इट विल बी प्रमोटिंग द ऑर्गेनिक फिशरीज एक्वाकल्चर, राइट. ऑर्गेनिक से जब हम बात करते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल आप सभी ने सुना होगा, यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड अबाउट ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग. व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इट इज? व्हेन वी आर नॉट यूजिंग एनी काइंड ऑफ सेपरेट केमिकल, फर्टिलाइजर और पेस्टिसाइड्स during the farming processes, that is basically organic farming, right? Similarly, in order to produce these fishes, what exactly we will be doing? We will be setting up ecologically healthy fish farming practices. And how this will be done? By excluding the usage of harmful chemicals, antibiotics and pesticides. So without all these things, the fish farming will be done, and this will be called organic fish farming, right? So this organic fisheries cluster will be focusing on this boosting farmer income, promoting sustainability in aquaculture, and under which initiative it has been launched. You must have heard about the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. So इसके अंदर इस cluster को launch किया गया है, and which organization will be the key stakeholder as a part of this particular approach? That is NABARD. So NABARD, that is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, is a key stakeholder in developing fisheries and aquaculture organic cluster in the Sikkim. So guys, a very important point, all the people who are preparing for the NABARD exam, guys, make sure you are noting this particular news article, because it is about India's first organic fisheries cluster and where it has been set up in the Soring district of Sikkim. तो याद रखिए इस important point को, काफी important है ये आप सभी के लिए. So I can see the Kritika is saying that the voice is echoing. Guys, please can you confirm me that whether the voice is clear or not? If it is echoing, I will be looking into it. Please quickly tell me in the chat box. Let me check it on my end as well. So guys, please quickly confirm in the chat box if the sound is quite good to all of you. If it is echoing, we will be checking it from our end. Otherwise, we will be continuing it. Is it manageable for all of you? Quickly tell me in the chat box. So I'm waiting for just one more minute from all of you to seek your responses, and then I will be moving ahead. So Abhijit and Gururaj is saying that it is clear and we can move ahead. So thank you guys for your responses. So guys, this is about India's first organic fisheries cluster that we are required to remember, right? Where it has been set up in the Soring district of Sikkim. Moving to the next news article. So guys, you must have heard and you must have used the metro transport, right? Now today we will be discussing about some of the India's achievements and the milestones that we have achieved in the metro. So you can see the headline, 1,000 kilometers of metro, that is the third largest in the world. So India has achieved this milestone of coming up with 1,000 kilometers of metro. So recently guys, Prime Minister Modi ji has laid the foundation stone for multiple development projects worth over 12,200 crores in Delhi. During this particular part, he also inaugurated Namo Bharat Corridor. And this Namo Bharat Corridor has been inaugurated for the 13-kilometer stretch of the Delhi Ghaziabad Meerut. So the people who basically travel between Delhi to Ghaziabad to Meerut, so for all those people, it will be really very helpful, and it will be really helping them as easing their transportation facilities and providing easy travel between Delhi and Meerut, right? So with this, Delhi has received its first Namo Bharat connectivity, as this corridor has been launched between Shahibabad and New Ashok Nagar. So याद रखिए, with the launch of this particular part, India has finished 1,000 kilometers of the metro, which is third largest in the world. Let me tell you guys, in 2022, India surpassed Japan in the terms of the length of metro that we are operating in our country. And currently, India is ranked third globally in operational metro network length. And we are on track to become the second largest metro network in the world. So this is something that is really going to be very beautiful achievement for the whole country. But before that, guys, let us try to first cover some other important points, which are the first in the metro. So if I talk about the very first metro line, आप सभी ने मूवी देखी है लाइव इन अ मेट्रो, राइट? सो गाइस, बेसिकली ये कौन सा वो सिटी था जो सबसे पहला मेट्रो सिटी बना? दैट वाज कोलकाता. In 1984, the first metro line in India was installed in Kolkata, and it was across the Esplanade and Bhawanipur in the Kolkata. And guys, after 40 years, in 2024, we have seen the India's water metro. The first India underwater metro was been set up in 2024 in Kolkata. Under which river? We have read this so many times in the previous year. So what exactly is that river? That is Hooghly River. So beneath Hooghly River, this underwater metro service was being launched. And when we talk about the driverless metro, guys, so the first driverless metro was launched in December 2020, and it was basically launched across Delhi Metro's Magenta line, right? So I hope that the people who are living in Delhi, they can definitely connect this particular part. Apart from that, the people in Kolkata, they must have heard about the other important facts. But for all of you, these kind of covering facts is really important, right? Because they were mentioned very much clearly in the PIB, and that's why we require to cover this news article. Now moving ahead, guys, the next important news article is about the 15th edition of Asia's biggest aero show, that is Aero India 2025. So Aero India 2025, we are basically organizing this particular event since 1996. 1996, where it is taking place? It is taking place in Bangalore, Karnataka, and this year it will be held at the Air Force Station Yelahanka in Bangalore, Karnataka. And every year, guys, when such kind of major event takes place, there is some theme which is associated with that particular event. And this year the theme is the runway to a billion opportunities. So guys, you can definitely remember it by the way, as when we talk about Aero India 2025, it is a kind of platform which is really going to help in connecting the India and the foreign aviation sectors, and they will be coming together, they will be discussing the new avenues, and that's how this aviation sector is a kind of a runway to a billion opportunities. आपका plane किस पे चलता है? Runway पे चलता है, right? तो runway, it is the runway to a billion opportunities. इस तरीके से हम इसको याद कर सकते हैं. So this will include both air displays and static exhibitions of a large array of military platforms. ये एक biennial air show है, and it is being organized by the Defense Exhibition Organization, which works under Department of Defense Production under the Ministry of Defense. So which body is responsible for organizing this event? It is important. What is the theme of the event? It is important, right? Then India will also hold the Defense Ministers Conclave on the theme Bridge. तो ब्रिज थीम के ऊपर एक डिफेंस मिनिस्टर का कॉन्क्लेव भी यहाँ पर होगा ड्यूरिंग द एरो इंडिया 2025. तो आप देख सकते हैं एयरफोर्स स्टेशन में हो रहा है, दैट मींस डिफेंस मिनिस्टर इज इन्वॉल्वड. सो व्हिच बॉडी विल ऑर्गेनाइज? डिफेंस एग्जीबिशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, दैट इज अंडर द डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ डिफेंस प्रोडक्शन. आफ्टर दैट वी नीड टू रिमेंबर द थीम. तो थीम क्या हो सकती है इसकी? प्लेन रनवे पे चलता है, सो रनवे टू बिलियन अपॉर्चुनिटीज. सो दैट्स हाउ वी कैन रिमेंबर दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट. Right, I hope you will be able to retain all this information. Let's move on to the next news article. And the next news article is about the Grameen Bharat Mahotsav 2025. So guys, we all know that India is aiming and targeting to become a developed nation by 2047. And for that it is really very important that the जो हमारा ग्रास रूट लेवल है, हमारी डेमोग्राफी का, हमारी ज्योग्राफी का जो ग्रास रूट लेवल है, दैट इज द विलेजेस, वहां पर डेवलपमेंट हो. इफ वी आर डेवलपिंग दोज एरियाज देन डेफिनेटली वी विल बी बिकमिंग द डेवलप्ड नेशन वेरी सून, राइट? सो दैट इज व्हाई to basically celebrate the rural India's entrepreneurial spirit and cultural heritage, Grameen Bharat Mahotsav 2025 has been recently inaugurated in the New Delhi. And the theme for this event is building a resilient rural India for a Viksit Bharat 2047. Basically, we are targeting now our rural India, the villages. That when we will be developing the villages, we will definitely moving towards the direction of Viksit Bharat 2047. So that's why building a resilient rural India. And the motto of this particular Mahotsav is गांव बढ़े तो देश बढ़े. गांव बढ़े तो देश बढ़े is basically the motto for this particular Mahotsav. Now guys, when we talk about this Grameen Bharat Mahotsav, this is an initiative of Department of Financial Services and NABARD. So NABARD, that is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, along with the Department of Financial Services, organizes this event, that is Grameen Bharat Mahotsav 2025. ठीक है, so they will be enhancing and working on enhancing the rural infrastructure, creating resilient economies in the rural India and foster innovation. So this point is really very important, and we all know guys that it is really very important that if we really want to become the developed nation and we want to promote a stable economy, then we have to work from our villages and the rural parts of our country. So that's why it is really very important, and you must be able to remember about the Grameen Bharat Mahotsav 2025. ठीक है, बढ़ते अपने नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज आर्टिकल की तरफ गए. सो वी ऑल नो दैट रिसेंटली DPIIT has become active and it has started forging some new partnerships, some new relations in order to boost the startup ecosystem in our country. Right, in the past we have seen that it has also signed partnership with the boat company and some other companies as well, and now again DPIIT is in the news as it has inked MOU with the Startup Policy Forum. So Startup Policy Forum, जो basically it is a kind of industry alliance and which basically represents the group of different emerging companies like Razorpay is there, Zerodha, Pine Labs, Oyo, Acco, Swiggy, Dream11. So basically it is the alliance of all these members, which includes Razorpay, Cred, Grow, Zerodha, right, and other important organizations. So basically this strategic startup policy forum and DPIIT, they will be collaborating with each other. They will be organizing the specialized immersive programs for all the startups across India to boost the startup ecosystem in our country. And how this will be done guys, whenever we are in the startups, we need some good market linkages, we need some good investment. So with the help of this particular that is Startup Policy Forum, we will be coming up with the global investors. We will be organizing some programs in which global investors will come. They will see the innovation that our startups are bringing to the table, and they will be encouraged to invest in those Indian startups. And that's how they will be witnessing first-hand groundbreaking innovations which are emerging from our country. This will promote the Indian startup ecosystem globally on the center stage. We all know that we want to become global manufacturing hub. इसी तरीके से हम यहाँ पर startup hub भी बन रहे हैं, right? India is becoming the startup hub because you can see here that now India is having so many startups, right? So basically we will be promoting Indian startup ecosystem globally now, so that we can expand our startups across the world, right? Similarly, another MOU has been signed by DPIIT, and this time it has been with Stride Ventures. तो Stride Ventures के साथ, जो कि एक leading venture debt firm है, इसके साथ DPIIT ने MOU sign किया है, and they will be catalyzing the growth of Indian startups and widen their global footprint. Again, we are talking about widening their global footprint, expanding them. not just in the India but across the world. So they will be creating opportunities for startups by integrating financial support with strategic mentorship and market access. So okay, these are the three very important things that we require as a startup incubator. So financial support is important, mentorship is important, and market access is really important to expand and to scale up our ventures. So that is something we need to remember from exam point of view. DPIT याद रखिए, Startup Policy Forum, Stride Ventures इन दोनों के साथ MOU साइन किया है to boost startup ecosystem in our country. Now guys, moving on to the next news article, that is about indigenously developed drug paracetamol. So guys, we all know paracetamol is a very common drug, and the common problems which which are very common, like pain, like fever. So we all know that these kind of things are quite common, right? So for that we really require this kind of drug, that is paracetamol, to cure that particular part. But let me tell you that earlier India was basically reliable on the other countries as it was importing the raw materials for the production of paracetamol. But now guys, the good news is that the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research has, which is affiliated to the Ministry of Science and Technology, it has developed indigenous technology. Guys, it has come up with the indigenous technology to produce the drug paracetamol, which is commonly used in pain, fever, etc. Right? So now we have come up with the indigenous technology with the help of which we can produce this paracetamol drug. So this announcement was made during 40th Foundation Day of the Department of Scientific and Industrial Research. And guys, this is once again another step in making India self-reliant, right? हमने बात की थी COVID-19 के टाइम पे आत्मनिर्भर भारत की, right? So we are basically in that particular direction, and we all know that in the previous month, 2 months, we have also covered another important news article when we discussed that India also launched its indigenously developed antibiotic nephithromycin, which treats both atypical and typical drug resistant bacteria. तो ये भी इंडिया ने लॉन्च किया था. So that basically shows India's commitment to become more indigenous and to use more indigenous things, right? So this is something that we can remember from exam point of view. नाम याद रखिए, पैरासीटामोल का इंडिजिनस टेक्नोलॉजी हमने डेवलप कर ली है. किसने की है? CSIR ने डेवलप की है. Right? Now moving to the next important news article, that is the World Braille Day that we celebrate every year on 4th of January. And guys, World Braille Day, it is basically celebrated and it also commemorates the birthday of the French inventor Louis Braille, right? So Louis Braille, the visionary who developed the tactile script which revolutionized communication for blind and partially sighted individuals. So guys, let me tell you that this year we are celebrating 216th birth anniversary of Louis Braille, and this particular Braille basically empowers visually impaired individuals to access education, information and opportunities. Now how exactly this works? Guys, Braille is basically a tactile representation of alphabets and the numbers with the help of 6 dots. As you can see here, with the help of 6 dots we can represent any alphabet or number. And the people who are blind or they are partially blind, so basically such kind of people uses this particular Braille so that they can read and they can access the education, information, all the opportunities which are available to the normal people in the visual font, right? So these people basically uses Braille. Let me tell you, on the occasion of World Braille Day, a standard Bharati Braille code was also been launched on the occasion, and it symbolizes a significant step towards promoting accessibility and empowerment for person with the visual disabilities, right? So I hope that this is very clear to all of you. So now guys, the World Braille Day, please remember January 4th is the date on which we celebrate World Braille Day. Now moving on to the next news article, that is about the Dr. Raj Gopal Chidambaram, who passed away recently. So he was a Padma Vibhushan winner, and let me tell you that he was really a very great nuclear scientist of our India, as he played an integral role in nation's first nuclear test in 1974. तो we all know India का जो पहला nuclear test हुआ था 1974 में हुआ था, और उसके बाद 1998 में we also see Pokhran 2 nuclear test, when we basically showcase the nuclear power of our nation. So guys, this particular person played a very important role. The name is Dr. Raj Gopal Chidambaram ji, and he also served as the chairman of the board of governors at International Atomic Energy Agency. And it's a homework for all of you. You have to tell me that where is the headquarters of International Atomic Energy Agency. Apart from that, he also served in the prestigious roles. For example, he was a principal scientific advisor to Government of India, director of BARC, that is Bhabha Atomic Research Center, chairman of Atomic Energy Commission. So these were some prestigious positions that he has served for. So guys, I hope that this name you will be able to remember, that is Raj Gopal Chidambaram ji, right? So जिन्होंने राजा की तरह काम किया न्यूक्लियर फील्ड के अंदर इंडिया के लिए और काफी अच्छा काम किया. So this is a very important part. And now guys, we are done with all the important news articles for the today's session, and now it's a time to solve the MCQs. So the first question for all of you, as I already told you that just covering these current affairs is not at all sufficient. We are also required to solve the MCQs, because in the exam you have to solve MCQs, and that's why it is very important for you to analyze yourself whether you are able to retain all the important information or not. So first question for all of you, which is on the collaboration between Mera Bhayandar Municipal Corporation and Women Entrepreneurship Platform of Niti Aayog. Three statements are given. You have to identify the statement which is correct here. So first statement about the Faral Sakhi, which creates permanent employment opportunities for women by engaging them in the production and sale of traditional festive snacks. Please tell me whether this statement is right or wrong. So this is absolutely right. Second statement, Women Entrepreneurship Platform was incubated in 2018 by Niti Aayog, and it transitioned in 2020 to public-private partnership. I told you that it was in 2022 when it was transitioned into public-private partnership. That's why this statement is incorrect. Statement 2 is incorrect. Statement number 3. So the Faral Sakhi initiative includes comprehensive training and support for scaling women entrepreneurs' ventures in the snack production sustainably. So let us see who will tell me the right answer to this question. I can see Abhijit and Kritika, they are giving me the right answer. That is option B is the right answer. That is statement number 1 and 3 are absolutely right. Statement number 2 is incorrect. Absolutely right, guys. Now let's move ahead to the next question, that is on the India's first organic fisheries cluster. Quickly go through the question and tell me the right answer. There are 2 blanks in this particular question. From the options you can see that in the first blank we have to basically fill out the state, and the second blank is about the organization, right? So if you remember about the India's first organic fisheries cluster, it has been set up in the Soaring district of which state? Sikkim. And which organization is the key stakeholder in this? That is NABARD. So option B will be the right answer, that is Sikkim and NABARD. Third question, let's move on to the third question, guys. That is on Grameen Bharat Mahotsav. So we have to go through these statements, identify the correct statement again. So first statement, it was inaugurated by Prime Minister at Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi. Absolutely right. The theme is building a resilient rural India for Viksit Bharat. Absolutely correct. Third statement, this is an initiative of Ministry of Rural Development in collaboration with the NABARD. So guys, we all know that it was not the Ministry of Rural Development which was there, it was Department of Financial Services, right? So that's why this statement is absolutely incorrect. Right answer will be option A, that is 1 and 2 only. So again here option A is the right answer. I can see again the people, View Android TV, Gururaj, Abhijit, Kritika, all the people are giving me the answers. So guys, here option A is the right answer to this question, right? Now, this is the time for homework question, and it is a chance and opportunity for you to become the star performer of the today's session. So guys, if you want to be the star performer, then this is the question for all of you. This is the homework for all of you. You have to pause the session. You have to give me the right answer to this particular question in the comment section, right? And this is mandatory for all of you to basically make sure that yes, you are able to collect, understand and retain all the important information from exam point of view. Now the people who are the star performers, so the people who will be answering the question correctly in the comment section, they will be the star performer in the today's session, right? If I talk about the star performers of previous session, the question was on the Bankanet portal, and here the right answer was option B, that is option only 1 and 3 were correct, as it's mentioned that it excluded the industrial land, but no, it includes the industrial land. That is why the statement was incorrect. Right answer was option B, that is only 1 and 3. And today guys, I am having a very long list of the star performers. You can see here. I can't take the name of all the people, which include Divya, Aditya, Appu, Karan, Reshma, Fruity, then we have Aditya, Sakshi, Alex Star, Mohit, then we are having Bhagyashri, Vasundhara, Karan Tiwari, Shraddha, Suman Kumari, Varmanish. So all the people guys, well done to all of you, and this really shows that you are really able to understand all the news articles that we are covering, and you are also able to answer the question, which shows that yes, you are able to understand these news articles, and in the exam, if such kind of question will be asked, you will be able to answer the question. And if you also want your name to be present here in the upcoming session guys, make sure to give me the right answer to the homework question in the comment section, and you will be the next star performer of the session. And guys, if you are still new to the YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos that we offer you on the YouTube. Apart from that, if you want to access the PDF of these sessions, then you can please join our Telegram channel, the link to which has been given in the description of this session. From the Telegram channel, you will be able to access the PDF of this particular session. So guys, I hope that this session was really useful and fruitful to all of you. So how exactly was the session? You can also tell me that in the chat box, and I really believe that these sessions are really helping you out in covering the most important current affairs from the exam point of view. And if you're having any queries, you can feel free to ask your queries by commenting them in the comment section, or you can also share your queries or your doubts at hello@edutap.co.in. and if you want some mentorship guidance from us, you can call us at 814-620-7241. So my dear friends, I hope that this session was really useful and fruitful to all of you, and the new initiative of ours that is coming and starting this bright day with the brightest of the current affairs is really helping you out. Please do let me know about that as well in the comment section, that whether you are really enjoying these morning sessions now. And now I will be meeting in the next session, and I will be looking your responses in the comment section. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy learning.